I assume that you have worked on the question I raised to you about the differences between the different type of charts. And here I give you a very short summary. There are a few keywords that you need to remember, but there's always a need to explain some more. For example, in line charts, you can always see the line goes up and down. And so, in describing line charts, we focus on trend and changes of the data. That's obvious, I think. In the bar chart, you can see different type of bar, which indicates the different items. And you can always see some bar are higher than the others, and some are the lowest or something. So we can see that many bar charts focus on the differences between the bars, between the data, and the disparity between them. If we come to the pie chart, we can always notice that there are percentages in the pie chart. So, in describing pie chart, where we normally will compare the percentages and the shares. Last, we come to the table. You may have noticed that in table is the only place that you will have very accurate data, very accurate information. So this is the biggest feature. That which is different from other charts. So here are the keywords. For example, in this bar chart, you may always notice that most people will notice this one first because this is the highest, and secondly, these two bars they are equal and they falls to the second category. And the others, you can see that actually they are more or less the same, but one thing we notice that this one is the lowest. So you can see that in the describing the whole data, the whole chart in 150 words, you can see that most of the words focus on the differences and disparity between the bars and between the different types of items there. So remember, bar chart, they're about differences and disparities. Now let's look at this pie chart. You can see the percentages here. When we are looking across these percentages, I'm sure most people will notice this one first because this is the largest. Largest come first, and second, the third, and lastly this group. So you can see that in describing this pie chart, we focused on percentages, of course, but there's always a very clear organization from the largest to the smallest, and they will fall into different groups. So this is a pie chart. And the next one, we look at the line chart. Line chart is easy to understand. You can see that the data go up and down, but we need to notice two very special points. Here, 1 point. You can see that in 1997, the level of the data is the lowest. And after going up and down, and here, in 2001, the data reaches its peak, the highest point. So, in addition to the changes, up and downs, you need also notice some special points here. So this is line chart. And lastly, we look at the table. In the table, we can see very accurate data like 29. Also, you have noticed that this is the largest. And 10, the lowest. So, it sounds very similar to bar chart. But I want to ask you one question. Do you remember any specific data from the bar chart? No, most people will not. Because in bar chart, people care about the differences, but in table, people respond very quickly to the accurate data. So here are a more detailed explanation about the focus of different types of charts. So here I suggest you pause the video and refine your idea about the differences between different type of charts. Write down your ideas on your notes and upload your notes to the forum. And this is part of your assessments.